In a recent high-stakes meeting between the defense chiefs of the United States and China, a critical topic was conspicuously absent from the agenda: the military application of artificial intelligence. Despite the rapid advancement of this technology and its potential to reshape warfare, it seems there was a deliberate choice to sideline discussions on this pivotal issue. This omission occurs at a time when the international community is increasingly alarmed by the risks associated with AI in military strategies. Why would such a crucial topic be overlooked in discussions that shape the future of global security? What does this silence reveal about the priorities and concerns of these two military giants? Keep watching as we unpack the potential consequences of ignoring such a vital issue in global military strategy. Analysts caution that due to a deficit in trust and their competition for dominance in the domain, cooperation between the United States and China in regulating the military application of artificial intelligence will be challenging. During their recent in-person meeting at the Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore, China's Defense Minister Dong Jun and his U.S. counterpart Lloyd Austin did not broach the subject of military AI, highlighting its absence from their discussions. Certain observers suggested that there might have been other urgent matters to address, such as Taiwan and the South China Sea. However, there is an escalating global apprehension regarding the dangers associated with military AI, which both nations are endeavoring to incorporate into their military capabilities. A senior officer with the People's Liberation Army, speaking anonymously at the security conference in Singapore, expressed concerns about the rapid and extensive application of artificial intelligence to weapon systems by the U.S., stating that it poses increased risks to the world. They further raised questions about the potential consequences of the U.S. utilizing artificial intelligence in nuclear weapon systems, emphasizing the importance of global attention to this matter. The PLA officer additionally detailed Beijing's endeavors to mitigate the risks associated with the technology, both through engagements with the United Nations and via Beijing's own initiatives, such as the Global AI Governance Initiative launched the previous year. In parallel, the United States has sought to take a leading role by issuing a political declaration on the responsible military utilization of AI and autonomy, garnering support from over 50 nations, albeit excluding China. Amidst growing global apprehensions, nations are actively pursuing measures to harness the potential of AI, while mitigating associated risks. The United Nations has been a pivotal platform for such discussions, where China has taken notable initiatives to influence the discourse. In 2021, China launched the Global AI Governance Initiative, aiming to establish international norms and standards for AI usage. This initiative seeks to foster international cooperation and ensure that AI development benefits all nations equitably. Concurrently, the United States has actively participated in international forums to advocate for AI regulations that emphasize ethical considerations and human oversight. Furthermore, instances of the technology's deployment on the battlefield have already been observed in conflicts such as those in Gaza and Ukraine. According to Zhao Tong, a senior fellow at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace's Nuclear Policy Program, the U.S. and China face numerous hurdles in addressing the matter, with the primary challenge stemming from their intensifying competitive bilateral relationship. The first discussions between the two nations on AI took place in Geneva in early May, during which U.S. officials voiced apprehensions regarding China's misapplication of AI, while Beijing criticized Washington for its constraints and repression. In early May, discussions in Geneva marked the initial formal engagement on AI between the U.S. and China. These talks, aimed at navigating the complexities of AI applications in military and civilian sectors, saw U.S. officials expressing concerns about China's potential misuses of AI technology in scenarios that could escalate geopolitical tensions. Conversely, China voiced apprehensions about the U.S. approach to international technology policy, which it perceives as overly restrictive. These dialogues underscored the strategic importance both nations place on AI, setting the stage for a contentious yet crucial discourse on the global stage. Zhao highlighted Beijing's reluctance to curtail its military AI advancements, primarily due to its envisioned utility in potential future confrontations with Washington. He noted that the declaration spearheaded by the U.S. holds minimal appeal in China, aligning with its broader objections to what it perceives as Western constructs like the rules-based international order. In early May, during an online briefing, U.S. State Department Arms Control official Paul Dean emphasized the U.S.'s unequivocal commitment that decisions regarding the deployment of nuclear weapons would solely be made by humans, never by artificial intelligence. Dean also urged China and Russia to make a similar pledge. To date, there have been no reported specific discussions between the two sides concerning the military applications of AI. However, the broader risks associated with the technology were broached during the Geneva talks, which did not include military representatives. According to Sam Bresnick, a research fellow at Georgetown Center for Security and Emerging Technology, while military AI holds significance, it represents a recent addition to the extensive array of security concerns between the US and China, some of which are perceived as more urgent than others. Bresnick pointed out several barriers hindering an agreement on regulating the military utilization of AI, including the absence of mutual trust and concerns regarding divulging information about their capabilities or the reluctance to impede the advancement and implementation of AI-enabled military systems, especially as related technologies seem to be progressing rapidly. The path to agreement on regulating military AI is strewn with numerous technical and political hurdles. Both the US and China harbor deep-seated concerns about disclosing sensitive military capabilities, which could potentially undermine their strategic advantages. Additionally, the rapid technological advancement in AI exacerbates these concerns, as each innovation could lead to significant shifts in military balance. The absence of mutual trust complicates dialogue, as each side is wary of the other's intentions, fearing that concessions might lead to vulnerabilities. These factors collectively hinder the development of comprehensive frameworks for AI regulation in military applications. Senior Colonel Zhu Qichou, the Deputy Director of the National Defense Science and Technology Strategic Research think tank at the National University of Defense Technology, recently criticized the US for being two-faced regarding discussions on AI. He asserted to the nationalist newspaper Global Times that the US was only interested in engaging in talks on the topic with China to gather intelligence about its capabilities. Admiral Rob Bauer, chairman of NATO's military committee, expressed profound apprehension about the unrestricted deployment of new technologies on the battlefield during a panel discussion at the Shangri-La Forum. He emphasized the concerning trend where technological advancements are enhancing our capacity to inflict damage while simultaneously diminishing our ability to regulate such advancements effectively. He noted that following two world wars, a global consensus emerged that significant power conflicts should never again escalate to battlefield confrontations, and that strict regulation and control of weapon systems were imperative. He further posed a thought-provoking question: if the dynamics of power are undergoing profound shifts, leading to the segmentation of the world into multiple parallel systems governed by divergent sets of rules, can these systems coexist peacefully? The recent silence during high-level US-China discussions on military AI sends a significant message, raising concerns about unchecked AI in military operations. As technological advancements potentially outpace regulatory frameworks, the world faces a critical challenge. The unfolding story of military AI and its global implications will be crucial in determining if nations can effectively regulate transformative technologies to ensure collective security and peace. What do you think are the biggest risks if nations fail to effectively regulate military AI? Feel free to share your thoughts and perspectives on military AI in the comments section below. Join the Revel Discovery community by hitting the subscribe button to stay updated on the latest in technology and global security issues. Together, let's navigate the complex future of technological advancements.